Hold it in your hand, the original NES controller, a rectangle just wide enough to bridge your thumbs, 4 cardinal directions on the left, 2 circular red buttons on the right, start, select, no curves, no ergonomics, no analog sticks, just 8 digital inputs and the promise of another world. But this thing, this little plastic slab, rewired how an entire generation thinks, reacts, and interacts with digital space. It didn't just control the game, it taught you how to think like the game. Designers call this interface constraint, the idea that limitations in a system can actually focus the user's experience. The NES controller was the epitome of this. 2 buttons meant that game designers had to teach you everything with only a few inputs. Run and jump and shoot, attack and block. But here's the trick. Even with those constraints, games felt deep. They used timing, context, and rhythm to multiply what each button could mean. In Mega Man, the same button could charge, tap fire, or switch weapons. In Zelda, it was both sword and dialogue. That tiny controller became a musical instrument, and we learned to play it by ear. The result was cognitive mapping. Your brain starts to associate abstract functions like A means jump with bodily motion. Over time, it becomes automatic. That's called muscle memory. But it's more than your muscles. It's a fusion of thought and motion, intention and instinct, a new kind of literacy. There was no haptic feedback in the NES controller, no rumble, no analog nuance, but still, you felt things. Because what you were really feeling was response time, the latency between pressing a button and seeing something happen. And on the NES, that connection was nearly instant. Designers refer to this as responsiveness UX. It's the sensation that your action causes a direct, meaningful reaction. It builds trust between user and system. The NES controller didn't need to vibrate. The whole game world reacted to your input with crisp, satisfying clarity. This was important because the feedback loop was the only thing keeping you going. Most NES games were brutally hard, but when you died, you didn't blame the controller, you blamed yourself. And that's key, because it meant you trusted the input. The tool felt reliable, even when the game didn't. Fast forward, the modern gaming controller has more buttons, triggers, sticks, gyros, and touchpads than you can count. And yet, the mental model built by the NES still sits at its core. Press A to confirm, B to go back, D-pad to navigate. Every virtual interaction, from menu navigation to precision platforming, builds on that foundation. But it goes even deeper. If you give someone who played the NES a new controller, even decades later, their thumbs know where to go. That's procedural memory, and one of the deepest kinds we have. It's why you never forget how to ride a bike, or apparently, how to wall jump in Ninja Gaiden. What's wild is that these reflexes didn't evolve with us, they were installed. And so, in a quiet way, the NES controller became part of the architecture of thought for an entire generation. It wasn't just a toy, it was an input language, and our brains, always looking for patterns, spoke back. If you close your eyes and press your thumb into the air, you might still feel it, that soft click of red plastic under skin. It's not real, but it's in there, like phantom limbs from an old body you once inhabited. That's the real power of interface design. It doesn't just shape how we play, it shapes how we remember, and sometimes it even shapes who we become.